This morning may look like just another morning, but it is not only a morning. It is a doorway. It is the first soft opening of your day. It is the quiet place before the world begins asking for your attention, before the messages come in, before the plans begin to move, before the mind starts listing what must be done, before the old worry tries to sit beside you again. There is a small space, a gentle space, a holy space, and in that space you can choose. You can choose how you begin. You can choose what voice you listen to first. You can choose what feeling you allow to enter your heart before anything else. And when you begin with gratitude, your day does not feel so heavy. It begins to open gently. Do not rush past this moment. Do not treat this morning as if it is only a bridge to your tasks. This morning is not here only to push you into work, calls, chores, bills, and other people's needs. This morning is also here to meet you. It is here to remind you that you are alive. You are breathing. You have been given another chance to soften your heart, another chance to think a kinder thought, another chance to begin again in a new way. Even if yesterday felt hard, even if last night felt heavy, even if your mind woke up with questions, this morning still holds a small gift. The gift is not that everything is perfect. The gift is that you can begin with one grateful breath. Place your attention on this simple truth. The way you begin the morning matters. It does not have to be perfect. It does not have to look beautiful. It does not have to be long. It only needs to be honest. A few quiet moments can change the way your heart enters the day. One thank you can soften a hard thought. One breath can slow a rushing mind. One gentle word can remind your body that it does not have to run before it has even stood up. When you open your day with gratitude, you are not pretending that life has no problems. You are simply choosing not to let the problems be the first thing you worship with your attention. Your attention is precious. It is like light. Wherever you place it, something grows there. If you place your attention on fear first thing in the morning, fear grows bigger. If you place your attention on what is missing, lack grows louder. If you place your attention on pressure, the day begins to feel like something chasing you. But if you place your attention on gratitude, even in a small way, peace begins to have a place to grow. You may still have things to do. You may still have people to answer. You may still have a list waiting for you. But you will not enter the day empty. You will enter with a little warmth in your heart. This is why the morning is so special. The mind is soft when it first wakes. The heart is open in a quiet way. The body is listening. The soul is near. Before the day becomes full, before the world becomes loud, before many thoughts begin to pull at you, you have a chance to plant something good. Gratitude is one of the gentlest seeds you can plant. It does not force. It does not shout. It does not push you. It simply says, "Look, something good is already here." Your breath is here. Your body is here. This new morning is here. The light is here. The chance to choose again is here. That is enough to begin. Many people wake up and give their first energy away without noticing. The first thought goes to the phone. The first feeling goes to worry. The first breath goes to hurry. The first words inside the mind may be, I am late, I am behind, I have so much to do, I do not know how I will manage. And before the day has even truly begun, the heart feels tired, the body feels tight, the mind feels crowded, but this is not the only way. You can learn to pause before the rush. You can learn to breathe before the worry. You can learn to say thank you before the world asks for more. This is not a small thing. This is how you take back the beginning of your day. Imagine your morning like a quiet garden gate. You are standing there before the gate opens. Behind the gate is your day. There may be many things waiting there. Some may be easy. Some may ask for patience. Some may ask for courage. Some may be simple. Some may feel heavy. But before you step in, you get to choose what you carry. You can carry fear like a heavy bag. You can carry old anger like a stone. You can carry pressure like a rope around your chest. Or you can carry gratitude like a small candle. It may not light the whole path at once, but it gives you enough light for the first step. And sometimes the first step is all you need. Gratitude does not need to be big to be powerful. You do not need a perfect life to say thank you. You do not need every dream to be complete. You do not need every question to be answered. You do not need your home, body, work, money, family, or future to be exactly as you want before you begin with gratitude. Gratitude begins with what is already here. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this morning. Thank you for the chance to begin again. Thank you for the strength that carried me this far. Thank you for the lessons I am learning. Thank you for the quiet part of me that still believes life can open gently. When you begin this way, something inside you starts to relax. Not because every problem disappears, but because you are no longer beginning from panic. You are no longer telling your body that life is only danger, pressure, and demand. You are telling your body there is support here too. You are telling your mind there is good here too. You are telling your heart you do not have to close so quickly. And little by little the morning becomes softer. The day may still move, but you do not have to be dragged by it. You can walk into it with a calmer spirit. This is the quiet power of a grateful beginning. It helps you remember that life is not only what is missing. Life is also what is present. Life is not only what needs to be fixed. Life is also what is holding you while you learn. Life is not only the task ahead. Life is also the breath inside you. Life is not only the noise outside. Life is also the still place within. Gratitude brings your mind back to that still place. It does not make you weak. It makes you steady. It does not make you ignore life. It helps you meet life with a softer heart. There is a part of you that already knows this. There is a part of you that feels the difference between waking up in fear and waking up in thanks. There is a part of you that knows how painful it feels to open your eyes and immediately feel behind. And there is a part of you that longs to begin more gently. That part of you is not asking for a perfect morning. It is asking for a kind morning, a morning where you do not attack yourself before the day begins, a morning where you do not judge your life before your feet touch the floor, a morning where you do not hand your peace to the first loud thought. So today, let this be your new beginning. Not a hard rule, not another thing to fail at, not another task on the list. Let it be a soft return. When you wake, return to your breath. Return to your heart. Return to one simple thank you. Return to the truth that your day does not have to begin with fear. It can begin with grace. It can begin with calm. It can begin with a blessing. And when the day begins with a blessing, it has a different feeling. It may still be busy, but it is not as cold. It may still ask a lot, but it does not own you from the first moment. There is a beautiful strength in saying, "My morning belongs to me before it belongs to the world." This does not mean you reject the world. It does not mean you do not care. It does not mean you avoid your duties. It means you enter your duties from a place of inner care. It means you do not let the world decide your whole mood before you have even met yourself. It means you give your soul the first word. And when gratitude is the first word, the heart begins to open. Let this morning be simple. You do not need to light anything. You do not need to sit for a long time. You do not need to do it perfectly. You only need one honest moment. Before the phone, breathe. Before the worry, breathe. Before the list, breathe. Let the breath remind you that you are here. Then say thank you for one thing, only one. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this body. Thank you for this morning. Thank you for the chance to choose again. Feel how small it is. Feel how gentle it is. Feel how it asks almost nothing from you, yet gives something back to your heart. A day that begins with gratitude begins with a softer door. It does not slam open. It opens gently. It does not throw you into fear. It invites you into presence. It does not say, run. It says, begin. Begin where you are. Begin with what you have. Begin with the breath you are breathing now. Begin with the good you can see. Begin with the good you cannot yet see, but are willing to trust. Begin with a thankful heart, even if the thank you is quiet, even if it is small, even if it feels like only a whisper. A whisper of gratitude can still change the room inside your mind. And maybe this is what your heart has needed for a long time. Not more pressure, not more self-judgment, not more rushing, not more pushing yourself into the day as if you are a machine. Maybe your heart has needed a kinder beginning. Maybe your spirit has needed a moment to be seen before it is used. Maybe your body has needed to hear, "Thank you for carrying me." Maybe your mind has needed to hear, "We do not have to start with fear." Maybe your whole life begins to feel different when your first inner message is not hurry, but gratitude. When you begin with gratitude, you are choosing to open the day from love instead of lack. You are saying, "I see the good that is already here." You are saying, "I will not make fear my first teacher today." You are saying, "I am willing to notice support." You are saying, "I am willing to meet this day with a softer heart." This is not weakness. This is deep strength. It takes strength to stay soft in a loud world. It takes strength to bless what is here when the mind wants to chase what is missing. It takes strength to begin again after many hard mornings, and that strength is already in you. So as this new day opens, let gratitude be the hand that turns the key. Let gratitude be the light at the doorway. Let gratitude be the first gentle thought that says, "There is good here. There is support here. There is a new chance here." You do not have to know the whole path. You only have to begin. And when you begin with gratitude, the day can meet you in a new way. It can open slowly. It can open kindly. It can open gently. Have you noticed how quickly the world tries to enter your mind in the morning? You open your eyes, and before you even feel your own breath, something reaches for you. A message, a worry, a plan, a memory, a fear, a thought about yesterday, a thought about tomorrow, a feeling that you are already late, a feeling that you are already behind. It can happen so fast that you may not even see it happening. One moment you are waking up, and at the next moment your mind is full of many voices. Not your calm voice, not your loving voice, not your wise voice. The loud voices, the rushing voices, the voices that tell you to hurry, compare, fix, answer, prove, and worry. This is how many mornings are lost. Not because the morning is bad, not because the day has no beauty, not because peace is far away, but because the first open space of the mind is given away too quickly. The phone is picked up before the heart is touched. The messages are read before the breath is felt. The world is allowed inside before the soul has had one quiet moment. And once the world rushes in, it can feel hard to find yourself again. You may move through the day answering, reacting, checking, scrolling, planning, and carrying everyone's energy, while a small part of you quietly asks, "Where did I go?" The noise of the morning is not only sound. Noise can be silent and still make the heart tired. Noise can be a screen full of other people's lives. Noise can be news that fills the body with fear. Noise can be a list of tasks that appears in the mind before you have even stretched. Noise can be old guilt that says you should have done more yesterday. Noise can be comparison that tells you someone else is doing life better than you. Noise can be pressure that says you must be useful before you are allowed to be at peace. Noise can be that inner voice that keeps saying, not enough, not ready, not there yet. And the body listens. The body always listens. When the first thoughts of the morning are full of pressure, the body begins to prepare for a battle. The shoulders lift. The jaw becomes tight. The stomach pulls in. The breath becomes short. The heart may beat faster. The mind jumps from one thing to another. You may not even be out of bed, but the body already feels like it is running. This is a hard way to begin. It is like asking your spirit to carry a heavy load before it has even been greeted with kindness. This does not mean something is wrong with you. It does not mean you are weak. It does not mean you are failing. It means your mind is open and soft in the morning, and it takes in what you give it. The first thoughts are powerful because they set a tone. The first feelings are powerful because they begin to color the day. If the first thing you give your mind is fear, fear becomes louder. If the first thing you give your mind is hurry, hurry becomes the rhythm. If the first thing you give your mind is comparison, your own life starts to feel smaller than it really is. But if the first thing you give your mind is gratitude, something softer begins. The problem is that the world knows how to call your attention. It calls loudly. It flashes. It rings. It reminds. It asks. It pulls. It shows you what others are doing. It shows you what you have not done. It shows you what might go wrong. It shows you what you need to buy, answer, change, fix, and become. The world does not always wait for your heart to be ready, so you must learn to wait for yourself. You must learn to pause before you open the door. You must learn to say, not yet. First, I return to me. Think of your mind as a quiet room in the morning. The room is yours. It is where your peace lives. It is where your thoughts begin to take shape. It is where your feelings first open their eyes. Now imagine opening the door of that room before you have placed any light inside, before you have made the room warm, before you have sat down with your own heart. And suddenly, many things rush in. Worries enter, opinions enter, demands enter, other people's moods enter, old memories enter, fear enters, pressure enters. Soon the room does not feel like yours anymore. It feels crowded. It feels loud. It feels unsafe. This is what happens when the morning is given to noise before it is given to gratitude. So many people live this way and think it is normal. Wake up. Check the phone. Feel behind. Rush. React. Compare. Start the day with a tight chest. Move from one thing to another without ever asking, how do I want to feel today? But normal does not always mean kind. Normal does not always mean healthy for the soul. Just because many people begin in noise does not mean you must. Just because the world moves fast does not mean your first breath must belong to that speed. You are allowed to begin differently. The morning noise can be sneaky because it can look useful. You may tell yourself, I am just checking one thing, but one thing becomes many things. One message becomes one worry. One worry becomes one memory. One memory becomes one old feeling. One quick look becomes 10 minutes of giving your mind to everything outside you. Then you wonder why you feel heavy. You wonder why peace feels far away. You wonder why your day feels sharp before it has even begun. The reason is simple. Your mind was fed noise before it was fed love. This is why gratitude is not only a nice thought, it is a form of care. It is a way of guarding the doorway of your day. It says, before fear speaks, I will speak thanks. Before pressure speaks, I will speak peace. Before the world tells me what is missing, I will notice what is already here. Gratitude protects the mind from being taken too quickly. It gives the heart a center. It gives the body a signal that says, we are safe enough to begin gently. It gives the day a softer first note. Without gratitude, the mind can begin to believe that life is only demand. It can begin to think the day is something to survive instead of something to meet. It can begin to focus only on what is missing, what is late, what is wrong, what is not ready, what might fail. And when the mind looks only in that direction, the heart becomes tired, the spirit becomes small, the body becomes tense. You may still do many things. You may still get through the day. But deep inside, you may feel as though you were pulled through it instead of living it. This is the quiet sadness of giving the morning to noise. You lose the feeling of being present in your own life. You may be doing everything, but you are not with yourself. You may be moving, but you are not rooted. You may be answering, but you are not listening to your own heart. You may be caring for others, but forgetting to offer one kind thought to yourself. And when this happens again and again, the morning begins to feel like a race you never chose. But the truth is, you do not have to begin with the race. You do not have to let the first voice of the day be fear. You do not have to give your open mind to the loudest thing. You do not have to start your day by proving that you are worthy. You do not have to earn peace by finishing every task first. Peace can be the place you begin from. Gratitude can be the first door you open. A thankful breath can come before the list. A kind thought can come before the phone. A soft pause can come before the world. The world may say, hurry. Gratitude says, notice. The world may say, you are behind. Gratitude says, you are here. The world may say, look at what is missing. Gratitude says, look at what is holding you. The world may say, start with worry. Gratitude says, start with breath. These two ways of beginning create very different days. One pulls you out of yourself. The other brings you home. When the morning begins with noise, your energy can feel broken into many pieces. One piece goes to yesterday. One piece goes to tomorrow. One piece goes to someone else's opinion. One piece goes to a task. One piece goes to a fear. One piece goes to comparison. And soon there is not much left for the present moment. But when the morning begins with gratitude, your energy begins to gather. It comes back to the body. It comes back to the breath. It comes back to the heart. You begin to feel like you are living from inside yourself again. This is why a gentle morning is not a luxury. It is not something only for people with free time. It is not something that belongs only to quiet homes or perfect lives. A gentle morning is a spiritual need. Even if you only have 1 minute, that minute can become a safe place. Even if your life is busy, one grateful breath can change your inner tone. Even if others need you, you still deserve to meet yourself first. Even if your day is full, your first thought can still be kind. The noise will not disappear forever. The world will still have things to say. Messages will still arrive. Work will still ask for you. People will still need answers. Life will still bring movement. But you can change what comes first. You can change the order. You can stop letting the world be the first one to touch your mind. You can let gratitude touch it first. You can let peace touch it first. You can let your own soul speak first. There is a deep difference between meeting the world after you have met yourself and meeting the world before you have found your center. When you meet the world before you meet yourself, everything feels stronger than you. A small delay feels huge. A message feels urgent. A mistake feels like your whole identity. A rude word feels like a wound. A busy day feels like proof that life is too much. But when you meet yourself first, so you have a place to return to. You have a breath. You have a blessing. You have a quiet inner home. The morning noise often tells you that you must solve everything now. It says, think about everything at once. Carry every problem at once. Fix every feeling at once. Plan every step at once. But gratitude says, begin with one good thing. One good thing is enough to bring the mind back from the edge. One good thing is enough to soften the body. One good thing is enough to remind the heart that life is not only a burden. Maybe the good thing is simple. Maybe it is the warmth of your bed. Maybe it is the light on the wall. Maybe it is the fact that you survived a hard season. Maybe it is the breath moving through you right now. You do not need to deny your problems to practice gratitude. You do not need to pretend you are happy when you are not. You do not need to cover pain with a smile. True gratitude is not fake. True gratitude is honest. It says, yes, this is hard, and still something is supporting me. It says, yes, I have questions, and still I can breathe. It says, yes, I feel tired, and still I am here. It says, yes, I do not know everything, and still this morning gives me a place to begin. That kind of gratitude is soft, real, and strong. The noisy mind wants everything before it allows peace. It says, I will be thankful when life is easier. I will relax when the work is done. I will breathe when the problem is solved. I will feel good when everything looks right. But the soul knows another way. The soul says, begin with thanks and then take the next step. Not because everything is complete, but because gratitude gives you strength for the step in front of you. It helps you stop fighting the morning. It helps you stop fighting yourself. It helps you remember that life is not asking you to carry the whole path at once. When you begin with noise, you often begin by asking, what is wrong? When you begin with gratitude, you begin by asking, what is here to bless? These questions open different doors. What is wrong? May have many answers, and some of them may be true. But if that is the only question you ask, the mind becomes trained to search for pain. What is here to bless does not erase what is wrong. It simply gives the heart another place to stand. It reminds you that the whole truth is bigger than the problem. This is the real issue with morning noise. It makes the problem look like the whole truth. It makes one worry feel like the whole day. It makes one fear feel like the whole future. It makes one mistake feel like the whole self. Gratitude gently opens the view. It says, there is more here. There is breath. There is learning. There is support. There is strength. There is a chance to choose again. There is a quiet good that may not be loud, but it is still real. So when you wake tomorrow, watch the doorway. Notice what tries to enter first. Is it worry? Is it hurry? Is it comparison? Is it the phone? Is it an old story about who you are? Do not fight it. Do not shame yourself. Simply notice. Then take one breath and choose again. You are not here to be ruled by the first loud thought. You are here to become gentle with your own mind. You are here to remember that your morning is sacred because your inner life is sacred. A morning given to noise can make the day feel sharp. A morning given to gratitude can make the day feel open. You may not be able to control every event. You may not be able to control every person. You may not be able to control every change, but you can choose the first inner step. You can choose to bless before you rush. You can choose to breathe before you answer. You can choose to begin as someone who is supported by life, not chased by life. This choice may be small, but it is powerful. And if you have spent many mornings in noise, do not judge yourself. Judging yourself is just another kind of noise. Be gentle. You learned one way, and now you are learning another. You learned to wake and react. Now you are learning to wake and return. You learned to give the first moment away. Now you are learning to keep a small part of it for your soul. You learn to begin with pressure. Now you are learning to begin with gratitude. This is a loving change. Let it be slow. Let it be simple. Let it be yours. Now let the shift begin gently. Instead of waking and asking, "What do I have to do?" begin by asking, "What can I be thankful for right now?" This one question can change the feeling of the morning. It does not remove your duties. It does not make life perfect. It does not mean you will never feel stress. But it places your heart in a softer position before you meet the day. It helps you remember that you are more than your list. You are more than your worries. You are more than yesterday's mood. You are a living soul, and you deserve to begin with kindness. Gratitude is a spiritual shift because it changes where you stand inside yourself. Without gratitude, you may stand inside lack. You may stand inside fear. You may stand inside the feeling that life is always asking and never giving. But with gratitude, you stand inside enoughness. Not because you have everything, but because you see that something is already here. You see that life has not forgotten you. You see that even a simple breath is a gift. You see that even a new morning is a chance. You see that even your tired body has been carrying you with quiet faith. Begin with the body. Before you ask it to move, thank it. Before you judge it, thank it. Before you push it into the day, thank it. This body has carried you through many mornings. It has held your pain. It has walked with you through change. It has breathed for you when you were not paying attention. It has tried to protect you, heal you, and keep you here. You do not need to speak to it harshly as your first act of the day. Place a hand on your heart or simply bring your attention to your breath and say, "Thank you, body, for carrying me into this morning." This kind of gratitude is tender. It brings you back from the head into the heart. It helps you stop treating yourself like a project that is never finished. So often the mind wakes up and begins to fix you. Fix your face, fix your body, fix your life, fix your plans, fix your past, fix your future. But gratitude says, before I fix anything, I will bless what is here. This does not mean you stop growing. It means you stop attacking yourself as a way to grow. You can change with love. You can improve with kindness. You can move forward without making yourself wrong. Begin with the breath. The breath is always a simple doorway back to the present moment. You do not need special words. You do not need a perfect mood. Just notice one inhale and one exhale. Let the inhale say, I receive this morning. Let the exhale say, I release the rush. Then say, thank you for the breath. The breath is quiet, but it is faithful. It comes again and again. It keeps giving. It asks for so little, yet gives you life. When you thank the breath, you remember that support does not always arrive loudly. Sometimes support is quiet. Sometimes it is already happening. Begin with the bed that held you. Begin with the blanket, the pillow, the floor beneath you, the roof above you, the light that touches the room. Begin with the small things that are easy to miss. The mind often wants to run toward big things, big dreams, big problems, big fears, big questions. But the soul is often fed by small things, a warm cup, a soft breath, a clear sky, a moment of silence, a little light, a kind word, a chance to try again. When you bless the small things, the heart begins to feel less empty. Gratitude teaches the mind to look again. At first, the mind may say, there is nothing to be thankful for. But do not believe that too quickly. The mind may be tired. The mind may be trained to look for what is wrong. The mind may be used to searching for danger. Be patient with it. Offer it something simple. Thank you for this breath. That is enough. Thank you for this morning. That is enough. Thank you for one more chance. That is enough. You are not trying to force a big feeling. You are giving the mind a new direction. This is how the day begins to open gently. Not all at once, not with a loud miracle, not with every problem fixed. It opens as your attention softens. It opens as your heart stops holding only fear. It opens as you notice that even here, even now, there is something to bless. The room may be simple, the day may be busy, the heart may still feel tender. But gratitude places a small light inside the morning. And once there is light, you can see the next step more clearly. Think of gratitude as a key. It does not break the door. It does not force the day to become what you want. It turns gently. It opens what is ready to open. A grateful thought can open the heart. A grateful breath can open the body. A grateful word can open the mind. A grateful beginning can open the day. This is why you do not need to push. You do not need to fight the morning. You do not need to force yourself into a perfect mood. You only need to turn the key with one simple thank you. There is another reason gratitude is powerful. It brings you into the present moment. Worry pulls you into the future. Regret pulls you into the past. Comparison pulls you into someone else's life. But gratitude brings you here. It says, this breath, this moment, this morning, this body, this chance. Here is where your power lives. Not in the future that has not arrived. Not in the past that has already passed. Not in someone else's path. Your power lives here, in the moment where you can choose one softer thought. When you wake up and begin with gratitude, you tell the day, I will not meet you only with fear. You tell your mind, I will not feed you only pressure. You tell your heart, I will not forget the good. This is a deep act of love. It may look small from the outside, but inside it changes the whole tone. It is like opening a window in a room that has been closed for too long. Fresh air enters, light enters, space enters. You may still need to clean the room, you may still need to move things, but now you can breathe. A grateful morning also helps you become less reactive. When you begin with worry, every little thing can feel like too much. A delayed message can upset you. A small mistake can feel large. A change in plan can feel like a threat. But when you begin with gratitude, your inner ground is softer and steadier. You have already reminded yourself that life contains support. You have already touched peace. You have already told your body, we can begin gently. So when the day brings movement, you have a quiet place to return to. This does not mean you will never react. You are human. There will be mornings when you forget. There will be mornings when you reach for the phone first. There will be mornings when fear speaks loudly before gratitude has a chance. Do not make this another reason to judge yourself. The spiritual path is not about never forgetting. It is about remembering sooner. When you notice that you have started in noise, pause. Take one breath. Say one thank you. Return gently. That return is part of the practice. Gratitude works best when it is simple. Do not make it heavy. Do not turn it into a long duty. Do not think you must feel deep emotion every time. Some mornings, gratitude may feel warm and easy. Other mornings, it may feel like a small, dry word. That is okay. Say it anyway, softly, not to force yourself, but to open a door. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this day. Thank you for the strength to begin. The feeling may come later. The softness may come later. The peace may come slowly. Let it come in its own time. The more you practice, the more the mind begins to learn. It begins to understand that the morning is not only for worry. It begins to see that the first thought can be chosen. It begins to trust that gratitude is safe. At first, the old pattern may be strong. The old pattern may rush toward the phone, the list, the fear, the pressure. But each time you pause and choose gratitude, you create a new path inside yourself. A path back to peace. A path back to the heart. A path back to the truth that you do not have to begin the day by leaving yourself. Begin. And with gratitude for what is steady, even if life feels uncertain, something is steady. The breath comes, the ground holds, the morning arrives, the heart keeps trying, the soul keeps learning. Begin there. Do not wait until the whole road is clear. Do not wait until every fear is gone. Do not wait until you feel ready. Gratitude is not a reward for having no problems. Gratitude is a support while you walk with them. It gives you strength for the next small step. You may say, "But I have so much to do." Yes, and gratitude can come first. You may say, "But I am worried." Yes, and gratitude can sit beside the worry. You may say, "But I do not feel peaceful." Yes, and one thankful breath can begin to soften the place where peace will return. You do not need to be in a perfect state to practice. You only need willingness. A willing heart is enough. A small thank you is enough. A soft beginning is enough. The spiritual shift is this: you stop waiting for the day to feel gentle before you become gentle with yourself. You bring gentleness first. You stop waiting for life to prove that it is good before you notice the good that is already here. You notice first. You stop waiting for peace to arrive from outside you. You make a small place for peace inside you. This is how you begin to lead the energy of your day instead of being pulled by it. Let gratitude be the first cup you drink from in the morning. Before you drink from the cup of news, drink from gratitude. Before you drink from the cup of other people's needs, drink from gratitude. Before you drink from the cup of fear, drink from gratitude. Let it fill you with a little warmth. Let it remind you that you are not empty. Let it remind you that life is not only asking from you. Life is also giving to you in quiet ways. You can begin by saying, "I am thankful for this new day." Let that sentence be slow. Do not rush through it. Feel the word thankful. Feel the word new. Feel the word day. This day has never been lived before. Even if it looks like other days, it is new. There may be a new thought waiting for you, a new answer, a new kindness, a new moment of peace, a new chance to choose a better way. Gratitude helps you meet the newness instead of dragging yesterday into everything. Then say, "I am thankful for the good that is already here." This is important because the mind often acts as if good must be far away. It says, good is in the future. Good is after the goal. Good is after the change. Good is after approval. Good is after the problem ends. But gratitude says good is also here. It may be small, but it is here. It may be quiet, but it is here. It may not be everything, but it is something. And something good is enough to begin opening the heart. Then say, "I am thankful that I can choose one gentle thought." This brings your power back. You may not choose every event today. You may not choose every mood around you. You may not choose every delay, every person, or every surprise. But you can choose one gentle thought. You can choose to begin again. You can choose not to attack yourself. You can choose to bless your breath. You can choose to meet the morning with a softer voice. This is real power, quiet power, loving power. Gratitude also teaches trust, not blind trust, not pretending, but a soft trust that says, I do not see the whole path, but I can take this step. When you are grateful for the small support that is here now, you begin to trust that support can continue. You remember that you have been carried through many days before this one. Some were easy, some were hard, some you did not know how you would pass through, and yet you are here. That is something to bless. That is something to hold gently in your heart. Begin with this thought. Life has supported me in ways I did not always see. Let that sink in. There were days you thought you could not continue, and still you did. There were moments you felt lost, and still something in you kept going. There were times when answers came slowly, but they came. There were times when your heart hurt, but it learned to open again. Gratitude helps you see this quiet support. It helps you stop calling yourself alone when life has been holding you in ways both seen and unseen. When you begin with gratitude, your day opens gently because your heart is not locked so tightly. A locked heart sees only threat. A soft heart can still see beauty. A locked heart hears only pressure. A soft heart can hear guidance. A locked heart expects the day to hurt. A soft heart allows the day to surprise you with kindness. Gratitude is one way of unlocking the heart, not by force, not by demand, but by warmth. This warmth can move with you into the rest of the morning. As you rise, say thank you for the strength to stand. As you wash your face, say thank you for water. As you dress, say thank you for clothing. As you prepare for the day, say thank you for the chance to care for your life. These small moments may seem ordinary, but they are not empty. They can become holy when you bring presence to them. Gratitude turns ordinary moments into places of connection. The more you bless the simple things, the less the mind lives only in what is missing. You begin to feel richer in spirit, not because you have more things, but because you notice more life. You notice the morning light. You notice the breath. You notice the quiet support. You notice that your heart can soften. You notice that your inner voice can become kinder. This is a gentle kind of wealth. It cannot be measured from the outside, but it can change the whole feeling of your day. A grateful morning does not ask you to ignore your dreams. It does not say, be satisfied and never grow. No. Gratitude and growth can walk together. You can be thankful for what is here and still welcome more good. You can bless your life as it is and still move toward what calls you. You can love yourself today and still become more tomorrow. Gratitude does not close the door to more. It opens the heart so more can be received without fear. This is very important. Many people think if they are grateful, they are saying, thus, I do not want change. But true gratitude says, I honor what is here while I welcome what is next. It is a peaceful place to grow from. When you grow from lack, you may feel tense and desperate. When you grow from gratitude, you feel guided and supported. The same action can feel very different depending on where it begins. A day begun in fear feels like a fight. A day begun in gratitude feels like a path. So let your morning path begin with one blessing, not 20, not a perfect list, just one. Let it be real. Let it be close. Let it be simple. I am thankful I woke up today. I am thankful for this breath. I am thankful I can try again. I am thankful for one small sign of good. I am thankful that peace is possible in me. Repeat it slowly. Let it touch the mind. Let it touch the body. Let it touch the part of you that has been tired of starting the day in fear. And as you say thank you, imagine the day opening like a flower. Not all at once, not because you force it, but because warmth has touched it. The flower does not argue with the sun. It opens when it is ready. Your heart is like that too. It may not open fully in one morning. It may need time. It may need many gentle beginnings, but gratitude is sunlight. Each thank you warms the heart a little. Each blessing helps it trust a little more. Each soft morning teaches it that it is safe to open. You are allowed to begin gently. You are allowed to start the day without punishing yourself. You are allowed to let gratitude be your first thought, even if life is not perfect. You are allowed to say, this morning, I choose to notice what is good. You are allowed to protect the first few moments of your day. You are allowed to begin with your soul instead of your screen. You are allowed to make your inner peace important. Let the first words inside you be simple. Thank you. Let the next words be gentle. I am here. Let the next words be kind. I can begin again. These words may not seem big, but they carry power. They tell the mind that a new way is possible. They tell the body that the day does not have to begin with fear. They tell the heart that it is not forgotten. They tell the soul that it has a place in your morning. Begin with gratitude and let the day open gently. Begin with breath and let the body soften. Begin with one blessing and let the mind turn toward support. Begin with a thankful heart and let your inner world become warmer. This is the shift. This is the new doorway. This is the simple practice that can change how you meet the hours ahead. Not by forcing life to be easy, but by choosing to enter it with a heart that remembers the good. Gratitude opens the heart in a quiet way. It does not push the heart open. It does not demand that you feel happy right away. It does not tell you to ignore what is heavy. Gratitude simply comes near the heart and says, look again. There is still something good here, and when the heart hears that, even softly, it begins to loosen. It begins to breathe. It begins to remember that life is not only pressure, not only problems, not only what is missing, not only what has not happened yet. Life is also this breath, this morning, this moment, this chance to begin again. When you wake up and begin with gratitude, you are not trying to force a perfect feeling. You are not trying to pretend that everything is easy. You are choosing to place your first attention on what supports you. This is very powerful because the heart becomes heavy when it only looks at what is wrong. The heart becomes tired when it only listens to fear. The heart becomes closed when it believes that nothing is enough. But when you say thank you for one simple thing, the heart receives a small message of safety. It hears, there is good here too. That message may be small, but it can change the whole feeling of your morning. Begin with what is close. Do not search far away. Gratitude does not need to begin with big things. It can begin with the breath that is already moving through you. It can begin with the body that carried you through the night. It can begin with the bed that held you. It can begin with the light coming through the window. It can begin with a glass of water, a warm blanket, a quiet room, a soft sound, or the simple truth that you opened your eyes today. The mind may say, these things are too small. But the soul knows that small blessings are often the doorway to deep peace. The heart opens when it feels seen. Your heart does not always need a big answer. Sometimes it only needs a gentle beginning. Sometimes it only needs you to stop for a moment and notice the good that is already near. When you wake and say, thank you for this breath, you are not speaking empty words. You are turning your attention toward life. You are choosing to see life as a gift before you see it as a demand. You are reminding yourself that this day is not here only to take from you. It is also here to give something to you, even if that something begins as simple breath. Gratitude softens the way you speak to yourself. This matters because many people begin the day with inner criticism. The mind wakes up and starts judging. It judges the body. It judges yesterday. It judges what was not finished. It judges what still needs to be done. It judges the face in the mirror. It judges the mood, the energy, the pace, the progress. And when the first voice inside you is harsh, the heart closes to protect itself. But gratitude changes that voice. It says, before I judge, I will bless. Before I attack myself, I will thank life for carrying me this far. This is how healing begins in the morning. You can thank your body before asking it to do anything. You can say, thank you, body, for being here. Thank you for breathing. Thank you for trying. Thank you for carrying me through every season. This may feel new if you are used to speaking to your body with pressure, but your body listens to the way you speak. If you speak only with dislike, the body tightens. If you speak with gratitude, the body begins to soften. You do not need to love everything about your body in one moment. Just begin with one thank you. One kind word can become a new path. Gratitude. Gratitude also opens the heart because it brings you back to enoughness. Enoughness does not mean you have everything. Enoughness means you can begin with what is here. Enough breath, enough light, enough strength for one step, enough awareness to choose one softer thought, enough life moving through you to meet this morning. The mind often says, I need more before I can feel peaceful. But gratitude says, notice what is already here and let peace begin there. This is not giving up on your dreams. This is giving your dreams a softer place to grow from. When you begin from lack, your whole day can feel like a chase. You chase approval. You chase proof. You chase the feeling that you are finally enough. You chase the next answer, the next success, the next sign, the next moment when you can finally rest. But when you begin from gratitude, you are no longer chasing the day from an empty place. You are walking into the day with something already alive inside you. A small warmth, a small trust, a small knowing that life is not only ahead of you. Life is also here with you. This is why gratitude is not a weak practice. It is a strong practice. It takes strength to bless the simple things when the mind wants to worry. It takes strength to choose thanks when old fear tries to speak first. It takes strength to notice the light when the mind is busy counting shadows. Gratitude is not denial. It is a choice to see the whole truth. Yes, there may be work to do. Yes, there may be feelings to care for. Yes, there may be questions that are not answered yet. And still, there is breath. There is support. There is a morning. There is a chance. The heart does not open by being forced. It opens when it feels safe enough. Gratitude creates that safety, not by changing everything outside you, but by changing the first message inside you. When the first message is, there is something to bless, the heart does not have to defend itself so quickly. It can stop holding every fear so tightly. It can look around and see that not everything is against it. Some things are helping. Some things are holding. Some things are waiting to be noticed. The simple act of saying thank you can bring warmth to places inside you that have felt cold. If you have been moving through life with a tight heart, gratitude becomes like a small fire. It does not burn you. It warms you. It says, come closer to life again. It says you do not have to stand so far away from joy. It says, even here, even now, you may receive. And receiving is important. Many people are good at giving, doing, helping, fixing, and trying. But the heart also needs to receive. Gratitude teaches you how to receive the morning, receive the breath, receive the light, receive the chance to begin again. Receive the quiet support that is already here. Receive the small good without pushing it away. Sometimes the mind refuses small blessings because it is waiting for a bigger one. It says, "This is not enough," but the heart heals through small things repeated with love. One kind thought, one gentle breath, one thankful moment. One morning where you not begin by fighting yourself. These small things are not small to the soul. You may have noticed that when you are grateful, even for a moment, the body changes. The breath becomes easier. The face softens. The chest opens a little. The mind slows down. The day may still be the same on the outside, but something inside is different. You are not meeting life from a closed fist. You are meeting it from an open palm. That is the feeling gratitude brings. It helps you stop gripping the morning so tightly. It helps you trust that you can meet the day one step at a time. Gratitude also helps you stop making the problem the center of everything. The mind can take one problem and place it in the middle of your whole life. It can make one worry feel like the whole day. It can make one task feel like the whole morning. It can make one mistake feel like the whole self. Gratitude gently moves the problem out of the center and places life back in the center. The problem may still be there, but it is not the whole story. There is also breath. There is also strength. There is also love. There is also guidance. There is also the quiet good that remains. This is why beginning with gratitude is a spiritual act. You are training your inner eyes. You are teaching yourself to see not only what is loud, but what is true. You are teaching your heart to notice the gifts that do not shout for attention. The air does not shout. The breath does not shout. The bed does not shout. The morning light does not shout. The chance to begin again does not shout. Yet these things are blessings. They are quiet, but they are real. Let your gratitude be simple and honest. Do not use words that feel too far from your heart. If the day feels heavy, you can say, "I am grateful for one breath." If you feel tired, you can say, "I am grateful I can begin slowly." If you feel unsure, you can say, "I am grateful I do not need to know everything right now." If you feel tender, you can say, "I am grateful I can be gentle with myself today." Gratitude does not need to sound grand. It needs to feel true. When gratitude is true, it opens the heart. It does not cover the heart with false sweetness. It touches the heart with honesty. It says, "I see the hard things, and I also see the help." It says, "I know life has not always been easy, and I also know I have been carried." It says, "I may not have every answer, but I have this moment." This kind of gratitude is deep because it can stand beside real life. It does not need perfect conditions. It can grow in ordinary mornings. Begin by blessing the morning itself. Say, "Thank you for this new day." Let that be slow. Let it be warm. Do not rush the words. Feel what they mean. This is a new day. It has never been lived before, even if the room looks the same, even if the list looks the same, even if your thoughts try to repeat the same old worries. The day itself is new. There is space for a new choice. There is space for a new breath. There is space for a new way to speak to yourself. There is space for one gentle change. Then bless the good that is already here. Say, "I bless the good already here." This sentence is powerful because it moves the mind away from waiting. You do not have to wait until everything changes to notice good. You do not have to wait until every dream arrives. You do not have to wait until your mood is perfect. You can bless the good now, the small good, the quiet good, the hidden good, the good that has been so close you almost forgot to see it. Gratitude opens the heart because it reminds you that you are supported in more ways than you may notice. Maybe support comes as breath. Maybe support comes as a lesson. Maybe support comes as a moment of rest. Maybe support comes as the strength to keep going. Maybe support comes as a new idea. Maybe support comes as a gentle feeling that says, "Try again." Not all support looks dramatic. Much of it is quiet. But when you practice gratitude, you begin to see quiet support more clearly. The more you see support, the less alone you feel inside the day. You may still have things to face, but you do not feel as if you are facing them empty. You begin to feel held by life in small ways. You begin to trust your next step more. You begin to breathe before you react. You begin to remember that the same life that gave you this breath can guide you into the next moment. This is the soft faith that gratitude grows. Let gratitude become a gentle opening in your chest. Imagine each thank you making a little more space around the heart. Thank you for this breath. Space. Thank you for this body. Space. Thank you for this morning. Space. Thank you for the chance to begin again. Space. Thank you for the good I can see and the good I cannot yet see. Space. This space is where peace can enter. This space is where wisdom can speak. This space is where the day can open gently. A closed heart often says, "I must protect myself from life." An open heart says, "I can meet life with care." Gratitude helps you move from protection into presence. You do not become careless. You do not become blind. You simply stop beginning the day as if everything is a threat. You begin to feel that you can meet life with softness and strength together. You can be gentle and still be clear. You can be thankful and still take action. You can be peaceful and still do what needs to be done. This is the beauty of gratitude. It does not take you away from life. It brings you closer to life. It helps you see the morning as more than a start time. It helps you see the body as more than a tool. It helps you see the breath as more than something automatic. It helps you see your life as something sacred, even in simple moments. And when life feels sacred, the heart naturally opens. So let the heart open slowly. Do not force it. Do not ask it to feel more than it can feel today. Give it one blessing. Give it one breath. Give it one soft sentence. I am grateful for this morning. Let that be enough. A grateful heart does not have to be loud. It can be quiet. It can be tender. It can be honest. It can begin with only one small thank you and still change the way you walk into tea. He Day. The way you begin your morning creates the first energy of your day. This first energy matters. It is like the first note of a song. It is like the first step on a path. It is like the first seed placed in soil. If you begin with fear, the day may feel sharp. If you begin with hurry, the day may feel rushed. If you begin with judgment, the day may feel heavy. But if you begin with gratitude, the day begins with warmth. It begins with a softer tone. It begins with a message to your mind and body that says, we can move gently today. A gentle beginning does not mean a slow life with no duties. It does not mean nothing difficult will happen. It does not mean you will move through the whole day without any stress. A gentle beginning means you do not attack yourself as you enter the day. You do not throw your heart into the morning without care. You do not let fear be the first voice. You begin with kindness, and kindness becomes the first light you carry. That light may be small, but it changes how you see. Many mornings become hard because the first energy is pressure. The mind wakes and says, hurry, you have too much to do. You are already behind. Then the body believes it. The breath becomes short. The shoulders tighten. The face becomes tense. You begin the day as if something is chasing you. But gratitude interrupts this old pattern. Gratitude says, pause. There is no need to begin by running inside your own mind. It says, start with one breath. Start with one blessing. Start with love. The first thoughts of the morning are like seeds. They may look small, but they carry a direction. A thought of fear plants fear. A thought of lack plants lack. A thought of anger plants tension. A thought of gratitude plants peace. And like any seed, the thought grows when you keep feeding it. This is why the beginning matters. You may not control every thought that comes, but you can choose which thought you water. You can choose which thought receives your attention. You can choose to water gratitude before you water worry. If you wake up and the first thought is heavy, do not be afraid. Do not judge yourself. A heavy first thought does not mean the day is ruined. It only means you have a chance to choose the next thought with care. You can say, I see this worry, but I will not make it my morning prayer. I will take one breath. I will name one blessing. I will begin again. This is how gentle energy is created, not by having perfect thoughts, but by returning to kind thoughts again and again. Gentle beginnings create gentle energy because the body follows the tone you set. If you rush into the day, the body prepares for rush. If you criticize yourself, the body prepares for pain. If you begin with gratitude, the body begins to soften. It may not happen all at once, but even one slow breath can tell the body we are safe enough to begin. Even one thank you can tell the heart we are not starting from emptiness. Even one gentle sentence can tell the mind we do not have to fight this morning. This is not only about feeling peaceful, it is all about how you live inside your own energy. Your energy is precious. It is what you bring to your work, your home, your choices, your words, your body, and your relationships. If your first energy is scattered, the day may pull you in many directions. If your first energy is rooted in gratitude, you become less easy to pull apart. You still respond to life, but you do not lose yourself as quickly. You still do what needs to be done, but you carry a softer center. Think of your morning as the soil of the day. Whatever you place there has a better chance to grow. If you place fear there, fear grows roots. If you place hurry there, hurry spreads. If you place gratitude there, gratitude begins to shape the day from underneath. You may not see it right away, but you feel it. You feel it in the way you breathe before answering. You feel it in the way you speak to yourself after a mistake. You feel it in the way you notice one good thing, even when the day becomes busy. A gentle beginning also changes the way you handle little delays. When the morning begins with pressure, even a small delay can feel like a problem. A slow message, a misplaced item, a change in plan, a busy road, a task that takes longer than expected. Everything feels personal. Everything feels like proof that the day is against you. But when you begin with gratitude, there is more space inside you. A delay can be a delay. A mistake can be a mistake. A change can be a change. You do not have to turn every small thing into a storm. This is one of the deep gifts of a grateful morning. It gives you inner space. Space between what happens and how you respond. Space between a thought and your belief in that thought. Space between a problem and your identity. Without this space, the day controls your mood. With this space, you can pause and choose. You can ask, how do I want to meet this? You can return to the blessing you began with. You can remember, I started this day with gratitude. I can return to that energy now. Gentle beginnings do not make you weak. They make you steady. The world often teaches that you must push hard from the moment you wake. It teaches that rest is something you earn later. It teaches that peace can wait. But your soul knows better. Your soul knows that the way you treat yourself at the beginning affects everything that follows. If you begin with harshness, you carry harshness. If you begin with fear, you carry fear. If you begin with gratitude, you carry a quiet kind of strength. Gratitude gives your strength a soft place to stand. It helps you take action without cruelty toward yourself. You can still work. You can still focus. You can still make choices. You can still care for what matters. But you do not have to do it from fear. You can do it from love. You can do it from thanks. You can do it from the feeling that this day is not only a test, it is also a chance to live more gently. A gentle beginning may look very simple. It may be one breath before getting out of bed. It may be one hand on the heart. It may be one quiet thank you. It may be one moment of noticing the light. It may be one choice not to pick up the phone right away. These simple acts may not look important to the outside world, but inside your mind, they are very important. They teach your inner world that you matter before the world's demands matter. They teach your heart that it is allowed to be cared for first. You may say, I do not have time for a gentle morning. But gentleness does not need a long time. It needs attention. 1 minute can be gentle. 1 breath can be gentle. 1 grateful thought can be gentle. The question is not always how much time you have. The question is what you give your first attention to. You can give your first attention to pressure, or you can give it to presence. You can give it to noise, or you can give it to gratitude. Even a very busy life can hold one soft breath. This is where the day begins to change. Not in big dramatic ways at first, but in quiet ways. You may notice that you speak to yourself with less harshness. You may notice that you pause before reacting. You may notice that your morning feels less like a race. You may notice that your heart does not close as quickly. You may notice that you can feel thankful even when everything is not finished. These small changes matter. They are signs that a new energy is growing. Gentle energy is not lazy energy. It is loving energy. It is energy that knows how to move without breaking itself. It is energy that can take the next step without panic. It is energy that can care for the day without becoming lost in it. When you begin gently, you are not saying, I will do nothing. You are saying, I will not leave myself behind while I do what needs to be done. That is a powerful promise. The mind may need time to trust this new way. If you have spent many years beginning in rush, stillness may feel strange at first. Gratitude may feel too simple. A soft breath may feel like it cannot possibly help. But do not let the mind's old habit decide what is possible. New peace often begins as something very small. At first, it may feel like a whisper. Then, with practice, it becomes a place you can return to. The more you begin with gratitude, the more natural it becomes to carry gratitude through the day. Imagine beginning each morning by placing one small light inside yourself. You may still walk into a busy day, but you are not walking in darkness. You have a light. The light is your gratitude. The light is your breath. The light is your choice to begin kindly. When worry comes, the light is still there. When pressure comes, the light is still there. When the day becomes loud, you can return to the light. You can say, I know the world is loud, but I began with peace. I can touch that peace again. Gentle beginnings also protect the mind from comparison. In the morning, comparison can be very sharp. You may see what others are doing, what others have, how others look, how others live, and suddenly your own life feels less beautiful. But gratitude brings your attention back home. It says, this is my life, this is my breath, this is my morning, this is my path. Gratitude helps you stop leaving your own life to measure it against someone else's outside picture. It brings you back to the simple beauty of what is yours. Your path does not need to look like anyone else's path to be blessed. Your morning does not need to look perfect to be sacred. Your gratitude does not need to be impressive to be real. The gentle energy you create is between you and your own heart. It is not for show. It is not for approval. It is not a performance. It is an inner choice, a quiet choice, a choice that says, I will begin with love even when no one sees it. This kind of beginning can change the way you listen to yourself. When the first energy is fear, the inner voice can sound harsh. It may say, do more, be better, hurry up, you are falling behind. But when the first energy is gratitude, the inner voice becomes kinder. It may say, take one step, breathe, you are here. Begin with what matters. You are allowed to move gently. This kinder voice does not make you careless. It helps you become more present. It helps you act from peace instead of panic. The day often follows the tone you practice. If you practice fear every morning, fear becomes familiar. If you practice hurry every morning, hurry becomes familiar. If you practice gratitude every morning, gratitude becomes familiar, and what is familiar becomes easier to return to. That is why a small daily practice matters. You are not only having one grateful moment, you are teaching your mind a new home. Let the first energy of your day be warm. Let it be simple. Let it be kind. Before you rise, breathe. Before you plan, bless. Before you answer, listen inward. Before the world tells you what is urgent, remember what is sacred. Your peace is sacred. Your breath is sacred. Your heart is sacred. The morning is sacred because it is the place where your day first opens. There may be mornings when you forget. There may be mornings when the old rush comes quickly. There may be mornings when you wake already worried. Do not turn those mornings into failure. A gentle beginning can begin again at any moment. If you remember after 5 minutes, begin then. If you remember after 1 hour, begin then. If you remember in the middle of the day, place your hand on your heart and say, I return to gratitude now. The door is always open. Gentle energy grows through return. You return to the breath. You return to the blessing. You return to the simple truth that you do not have to meet life with a closed heart. You return until returning becomes natural. You return until gratitude becomes not just a morning sentence, but a way of seeing. You return until the day no longer feels like something you must fight from the first moment. You return until your own heart feels like a safe place to begin. And when you begin with gratitude again and again, you may notice something beautiful. The day may still have the same tasks, but you are different inside them. The work may still be there, but your breath is softer. The people may still ask for things, but you are more rooted. The world may still move quickly, but you do not have to match its hurry inside yourself. You can move with care. You can choose your tone. You can carry peace like a small candle through the hours. A gentle beginning does not promise that everything will be easy. It promises that you will not abandon yourself before the day begins. It promises that your heart will receive care before it gives care. It promises that gratitude will have a voice before fear takes the whole room. It promises that you can meet the morning as a friend, not as an enemy. And this promise changes the way the whole day feels. So begin gently. Begin with the breath. Begin with thanks. Begin with one small blessing. Begin with the soft knowing that you are allowed to enter the day in peace. You are allowed to move slowly enough to feel your own life. You are allowed to let gratitude shape the first energy. You are allowed to let the day open gently instead of forcing it open with fear. Now let this become simple and real. Gratitude is beautiful as an idea, but it becomes powerful when you practice it. You do not need a long ritual. You do not need perfect silence. You do not need special tools. You do not need to become a different person before you begin. You only need 5 gentle minutes. 5 minutes to come back to yourself. 5 minutes to bless the morning. 5 minutes to tell your mind, your body, and your heart. We are beginning with love today. The first minute is for pausing. Before you touch the phone, pause. Before you get pulled into messages, pause. Before you begin thinking about everything that must be done, pause. Let the day wait outside the door for just 1 minute. This is not selfish. This is sacred. You are not ignoring life. You are meeting yourself before you meet life. In that first minute, simply notice that you are here. You are awake. You are breathing. A new day has come. You do not need to run toward it yet. You can let it arrive. During this first minute, do not try to fix your thoughts. Do not try to push away every worry. Just pause. Let your body know that you are not going to throw it into the day without care. Let your mind know that it does not have to begin by racing. Let your heart know that it will be heard before the world speaks. You can say softly inside yourself, "Before I meet the world, I meet myself." Let those words be enough. Let them create a small space between you and the rush. This pause is powerful because it gives you back the doorway. Without the pause, the world may enter too quickly. With the pause, you remember that you can choose what enters first. You may still have thoughts. You may still remember tasks. You may still feel the pull of the phone. That is okay. The practice is not about having no thoughts. It is about not giving the first moment away without awareness. One pause can change the direction of the morning. The second minute is for breathing. Take one slow breath in and then let the breath out a little longer. Do not force it. Do not make it difficult. Just breathe in gently and breathe out softly. Let the exhale tell the body, we do not have to hurry yet. Breathe in again and as you breathe out, soften your jaw. Breathe in again, and as you breathe out, let your shoulders drop. Breathe in again, and as you breathe out, feel the weight of your body being held. The breath is a bridge back to peace. When the mind begins to run, the breath says, "Come back." When the body feels tight, the breath says, "Soften." When the heart feels unsure, the breath says, "You are here now." You do not need to breathe perfectly. You only need to breathe with attention. Even one conscious breath can be a blessing. Even one slow exhale can begin to release the old hurry. As you breathe, you may say, "I receive this morning" on the inhale. Then, "I release the rush" on the exhale. Keep it simple. Let the words move with the breath. I receive this morning. I release the rush. I receive this day. I release fear. I receive this moment. I release pressure. This is not about forcing yourself into peace. It is about giving peace a place to enter. The third minute is for gratitude. Name 3 things you are grateful for. Make them simple and close. Do not search for something big. Do not make the mind work hard. Begin with what is right here. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this body. Thank you for this bed. Thank you for this room. Thank you for the light. Thank you for this new day. Thank you for the chance to begin again. Choose 3. Say them slowly. Let each thank you land inside you. Specific gratitude is very helpful. Instead of only saying thank you for everything, name something real. The breath, the blanket, the water, the body, the morning, the quiet, the lesson, the strength, the chance. When you name a real blessing, the mind has something to hold. It begins to see support in the present moment. It begins to learn that the good is not always far away. Some of it is already here. This 3rd minute is not about making a long list. It is about opening the heart. If you feel peaceful, let the gratitude be warm. If you feel tired, let the gratitude be soft. If you feel worried, let the gratitude be simple. You can be grateful and still have questions. You can be grateful and still be learning. You can be grateful and still need rest. Gratitude does not ask you to deny your feelings. It asks you to make room for support beside them. Say thank you for this breath, then breathe. Say thank you for this morning, then feel the morning. Say thank you for one more chance, then let that chance feel real. You have been given a new opening. Not because yesterday was perfect, not because everything is solved, but because life has brought you into another day. That alone is a place to begin. The 4th minute is for intention. After you have paused, breathed, and given thanks, choose one word for the day, only one. Keep it simple. Peace, love, patience, focus, trust, kindness, clarity, ease, courage. Choose the word that your heart needs. Do not choose a word to impress anyone. Do not choose what sounds spiritual. Choose what feels honest. Ask yourself, what energy do I want to carry today? This question is gentle but strong. It does not ask, how can I control everything? It does not ask, how can I make everyone happy? It does not ask, how can I do everything perfectly? It asks, what energy do I want to carry? This brings your power back inside. You may not control every event today, but you can choose the way you wish to meet life. You can choose the tone you return to. You can choose the quality you practice. If your word is peace, let peace guide your first action. If your word is kindness, begin by speaking kindly to yourself. If your word is focus, choose one important thing before the world pulls your attention away. If your word is trust, take one breath and remind yourself that you do not need to know the whole path. If your word is patience, give yourself permission to move through the morning without attacking your pace. An intention is like a small compass. It does not walk the path for you, but it helps you remember your direction. Without intention, the day may pull your energy in many ways. A message may pull you into urgency. A problem may pull you into fear. A delay may pull you into frustration. But with intention, you have a word to come back to. You can say, my word today is peace. What would peace do next? Or, my word today is kindness. How can I be kind without forgetting myself? Keep the intention grounded. Do not let it stay only in the mind. Place it into one small action. If your intention is gratitude, name one blessing before checking the phone. If your intention is clarity, write down one thing that matters today. If your intention is ease, move your body gently instead of rushing. If your intention is love, speak to yourself as you would speak to someone you care about. A grounded intention becomes real through a simple choice. The 5th minute is for affirmation. This is where you give your day a clear and loving tone. Say one affirmation slowly 3 times. Let it be easy to remember. Let it be gentle enough for the morning. You can say, I begin this day with gratitude, and my heart opens gently. Say it once and breathe. Say it again and soften. Say it a 3rd time and let the words settle inside your body. Do not rush the affirmation. Do not say it like a task to finish. Say it like you are placing a blessing over your day. I begin this day with gratitude, and my heart opens gently. Let the word begin remind you that you can start fresh. Let the word gratitude remind you that good is already here. Let the word heart remind you that your inner life matters. Let the word gently remind you that you do not need to force the morning open. You may also say, my morning belongs to peace before it belongs to the world. This affirmation is powerful because it sets a boundary around your first energy. It does not mean you will avoid the world. It means you will not let the world take your peace before you have touched it yourself. It means you will meet life from within. It means your soul gets a voice before noise becomes the loudest thing. Another simple affirmation is, I am thankful for this day, and I move through it with love. This brings gratitude and action together. You are not only feeling thankful, you are choosing how to move with love, with care, with patience, with a softer voice, with a heart that remembers the good. Say it slowly. Let it become the ground beneath your first steps. These 5 minutes are simple, but they can change the way your day feels. Minute 1, pause. Minute 2, breathe. Minute 3, give thanks. Minute 4, choose one intention. Minute 5, affirm the tone of your day. That is all. Nothing heavy, nothing complicated, nothing that requires perfection. Just 5 small doors. Pause opens the door to presence. Breath opens the door to calm. Gratitude opens the door to the heart. Intention opens the door to direction. Affirmation opens the door to a new inner voice. If 5 minutes feels too long at first, begin with 1 minute. 1 minute of gratitude is better than no gentle beginning at all. 1 breath before the phone can change more than you think. One thank you before the rush can soften the whole morning. Do not make the practice so big that you avoid it. Make it small enough to return to. Small and loving is better than perfect and rare. The practice works because it changes the order of your attention. Instead of phone first, you choose breath first. Instead of worry first, you choose gratitude first. Instead of pressure first, you choose intention first. Instead of self-criticism first, you choose a kind affirmation first. You are not changing the whole day by force. You are changing the doorway. And when the doorway changes, the way you enter changes. This ritual can be done anywhere. It can be done in bed. It can be done sitting at the edge of the bed. It can be done while standing quietly before the day begins. It can be done with eyes open or closed. It can be done in silence or in a whisper. What matters is not the outer form. What matters is the inner return. You are returning to yourself before the world receives your energy. When you practice, let it be gentle. If thoughts come, let them pass. If worry enters, do not fight it. Just return to the breath. If you forget a step, do not worry. Return to the next one. If you feel nothing at first, that is okay too. You are still planting seeds. Seeds do not show their growth the moment they are planted. But under the surface, something begins. Under the surface, the mind is learning a new way. Under the surface, the heart is beginning to trust gentleness. There may be mornings when you wake up heavy. On those mornings, the ritual matters even more. Not because it will make every feeling disappear, but because it gives you a kind place to stand. If you wake with sadness, pause and breathe. If you wake with fear, name one blessing. If you wake with tension, choose the word peace. If you wake with pressure, affirm, I can begin gently. The practice meets you where you are. It does not demand that you feel wonderful first. There may be mornings when you wake up busy. On those mornings, keep the ritual simple. Pause for 10 seconds. Take 3 breaths. Name one blessing. Choose one word. Say one affirmation. Even the shorter version can help. The heart does not need something large. It needs something true. It needs to know that you remembered it before giving yourself away to everything else. There may be mornings when you forget completely. You may pick up the phone first. You may read messages. You may feel the rush begin. If this happens, do not scold yourself. Scolding is not part of the practice. Simply notice and return. Put the phone down for one breath. Say, I begin again. Then name one thing you are grateful for. That moment of return is powerful. It teaches the mind that peace is not lost just because you forgot. Peace can be chosen again. The 5-minute practice is not about controlling the day. It is about guiding your own energy as the day begins. You cannot control every message, every person, every task, or every change. But you can choose to meet the morning with gratitude. You can choose to give your body a calm breath. You can choose to speak kindly inside your own mind. You can choose one word to return to. These choices are small, but they make you less likely to be carried away by the first wave of noise. As you practice, you may begin to notice that your mornings feel more sacred, not because they are perfect, but because you are present. A sacred morning is not always silent. It is not always beautiful on the outside. It is sacred because you bring awareness to it. You stop treating the first moments like they do not matter. You stop throwing your heart into the day without care. You begin to honor the doorway. The ritual also teaches you that gratitude is not only a feeling, it is a choice of attention. Some mornings you will feel grateful easily. Other mornings you may need to choose gratitude before you feel it. That is okay. The choice comes first. The feeling may follow. You are not lying to yourself when you say thank you during a hard morning. You are choosing to see more than the hardship. You are choosing to see the breath, the chance, the support, the small good that remains. Let your 3 blessings be fresh when you can. Some mornings you may thank the breath, the body, and the day. Other mornings you may thank the warm cup, the quiet moment, and the strength to continue. Other mornings you may thank the lesson, the light, and the chance to choose again. This keeps gratitude alive. It helps the mind truly look. It teaches the heart to notice life in simple places. Let your intention be honest. Do not choose peace if what you really need is courage. Do not choose focus if what your heart needs is kindness. Do not choose ease if your soul is asking for trust. Listen inward. Ask, what would support me today? Then choose one word. Let it be your companion through the day. Not a rule, not a demand, a companion. A gentle reminder of who you want to be as you move through the hours. Let your affirmation feel natural. You can keep the same one every day, or you can change it when your heart needs something new. The words are not magic because they are fancy. Hey are powerful because you repeat them with feeling and attention. Simple words can change the inner tone. I begin with gratitude. I move gently today. I am supported in this moment. I choose peace before pressure. My day opens softly before me. After the 5 minutes, rise slowly if you can. Carry the energy with you into the first small action. Do not leave the practice behind as soon as you stand up. Let gratitude move into how you wash your face. Let gratitude move into how you prepare your drink. Let gratitude move into how you look at the day. Let your intention shape the first thing you do. If your word is peace, do not rush the first step. If your word is gratitude, notice one more blessing. If your word is clarity, choose one task that matters. This is how a ritual becomes a way of living. It begins in 5 minutes, but it does not stay there. The pause becomes something you can use before answering a message. The breath becomes something you can use before a difficult moment. The gratitude becomes something you can use when fear whispers lack. The intention becomes something you can use when the day pulls you in many directions. The affirmation becomes a voice you can return to when the old voice becomes harsh. You are teaching yourself a new morning language. Instead of the language of rush, you are learning the language of presence. Instead of the language of lack, you are learning the language of gratitude. Instead of the language of fear, you are learning the language of trust. Instead of the language of pressure, you are learning the language of gentle strength. This new language may feel slow at first, but with practice, it becomes familiar. 5 minutes can become a doorway. 5 minutes can remind you that your first energy matters. 5 minutes can help your heart open before the day becomes full. 5 minutes can bring you back to the simple truth that you are not only here to do, fix, answer, and carry. You are also here to breathe, bless, choose, and live with love. This is the gift of beginning with gratitude. It turns the morning from a race into a return. So when the next morning comes, let the first minute be a pause. Let the second minute be breath. Let the third minute be gratitude. Let the fourth minute be intention. Let the fifth minute be affirmation. Let each minute be gentle. Let each minute be enough. Let each minute remind you that the day does not need to be forced open. It can open softly. It can open with thanks. It can open with your heart still connected to peace. Now take a gentle breath and let this moment become softer. You do not need to rush through these words. You do not need to say them perfectly. You do not need to feel anything special right away. Just allow yourself to be here. Let your shoulders drop. Let your face soften. Let your hands rest easily. If you can, place one hand on your heart and one hand on your body. Feel the quiet truth that you are here, breathing, living, and beginning again. Say softly within yourself, I am grateful for this new day. Let the words move slowly. Do not treat them like a sentence to finish. Let them become a warm light inside your chest. I am grateful for this new day. This day has not been lived before. This day is not yesterday. This day is not the fear your mind is carrying. This day is a new opening. It may not be perfect, but it is open. It may not have every answer, but it has a beginning. And that beginning is enough. Say again, I am grateful for this new day. Let the heart hear it. Let the body hear it. Let the tired places inside you hear it. There is no need to force joy. There is no need to pretend that everything is easy. Gratitude does not ask you to lie to yourself. Gratitude simply asks you to notice that even here, even now, life has placed another breath in your body, another moment before you, another chance to choose a softer thought. Now say, I bless the good that is already here. Let this be simple. The good that is already here may be very small. It may be the breath moving in and out. It may be the body still trying. It may be the bed that held you. It may be the light touching the room. It may be one quiet moment before the day becomes busy. It may be the fact that your heart still wants peace. Small good is still good. Quiet good is still good. Hidden good is still good. Bless it. Say it again. I bless the good that is already here. When you bless the good, you are not saying your life is complete. You are not saying there is nothing more to grow into. You are not saying every problem has vanished. You are saying, I see what is supporting me. You are saying, I will not let my mind look only at what is missing. You are saying, I am willing to notice the gifts that are already near. This willingness opens the heart. Now breathe gently and say, life supports me in simple and beautiful ways. Maybe you do not see all the support yet. Maybe support does not always come in the way you expect. Maybe some days feel quiet, and you wonder where help is. Still, let this affirmation rest inside you. Life supports me in simple and beautiful ways. Sometimes support is a breath. Sometimes it is a delay that protects you. Sometimes it is a new idea. Sometimes it is a quiet knowing. Sometimes it is the strength to take only one step. Say, I am supported in this moment. Let your body feel the surface beneath you. Let your breath remind you that life is moving through you without being asked. Let your heart feel that it does not have to carry the whole day at once. You are supported in this moment, not in every imagined tomorrow, not in every old yesterday. This moment, this breath, this small space. Begin here. Say softly, I begin with gratitude, and my heart opens gently. Feel how kind those words are. You are not forcing the heart to open. You are not pushing yourself to be happy. You are not demanding peace. You are letting gratitude become the warm hand that touches the heart. I begin with gratitude, and my heart opens gently. Again, I begin with gratitude, and my heart opens gently. One more time, I begin with gratitude, and my heart opens gently. Let this affirmation become a doorway. The heart may have been closed from old pressure. It may have been tight from worry. It may have been tired from carrying too much. But gratitude does not shout at the heart. Gratitude knocks softly. It says, you are safe to open a little. It says you do not have to hold everything so tightly. It says there is still good here. Let the heart open only as much as it can today. That is enough. Now say, I release hurry and choose peace. This does not mean you will do nothing today. It does not mean your tasks do not matter. It means you do not have to carry hurry inside your body as your first energy. You can move through the day without letting panic lead you. You can answer what needs to be answered. You can do what needs to be done. But you can do it from a calmer place. I release hurry and choose peace. Say again, I release hurry and choose peace. Let the words move through your shoulders. Let them move through your jaw. Let them move through the chest. So much hurry is carried in the body. So much pressure hides in the breath. Give your body permission to soften. You are not late for your own life. You are here. You are beginning. You are allowed to move with care. Now say, I am safe to begin slowly. Let this be a gift to the part of you that feels pushed. You do not have to race into the day to prove your worth. You do not have to punish yourself into progress. You do not have to attack yourself to become better. You can begin slowly and still begin. You can move gently and still move. You can be soft and still be strong. I am safe to begin slowly. Say, my morning belongs to peace before it belongs to the world. Let these words create a loving space around your first energy. The world may come soon. Messages may come. Work may come. People may need you. Plans may begin. But first, peace. First, breath. First, gratitude. First, your own heart. My morning belongs to peace before it belongs to the world. Say again, my morning belongs to peace before it belongs to the world. This is not selfish. This is sacred care. When you meet yourself first, you meet the world better. When you touch peace first, you carry a softer energy into what you do. When you begin with gratitude, you do not enter the day empty. You enter with warmth. You enter with a little light. Now say, I am thankful for my breath. Pause. Let the breath come naturally. You do not have to make it perfect. Just notice it. The breath has been with you through many days. It has stayed with you through joy and through worry. It has carried you while you slept. It is carrying you now. Thank you for my breath. Say, I am thankful for my body. Even if you have judged your body before, bless it now. Even if it feels tired, bless it now. Even if it is asking for care, bless it now. Your body has brought you to this morning. It has carried your heart, your dreams, your lessons, your tears, your hope. Speak to it with kindness. I am thankful for my body. Say, I am thankful for the chance to begin again. Let this sentence touch the place inside you that may be holding yesterday. Yesterday does not have to become your whole identity. One mistake does not have to become your whole story. One hard season does not have to become your whole life. You are allowed to begin again. You are allowed to choose a softer way. You are allowed to meet this morning with a new heart. Now gather these words together and say, I am grateful for this breath, this body, and this new beginning. Say it slowly. I am grateful for this breath, this body, and this new beginning. Again, I am grateful for this breath, this body, and this new beginning. One more time, I am grateful for this breath, this body, and this new beginning. Let the words settle. Let them become a feeling if they can. If they do not become a feeling yet, let them be a seed. Seeds are quiet when they are planted. They do not show their roots right away. But something begins under the surface. In the same way, every kind word you speak to yourself begins to create a new inner path. Every thank you becomes a small light. Every gentle affirmation becomes a new voice inside the mind. Now say, today I choose to see what is good. This does not mean you will ignore what needs care. It means you will not let your mind live only in what is wrong. You will let your eyes notice goodness. You will notice the breath. You will notice the small help. You will notice the lesson. You will notice the chance. You will notice the kindness, even if it is small. Today, I choose to see what is good. Say, today, I choose to speak to myself with love. Let this be a strong promise. Your inner words matter. The way you speak to yourself shapes the way you feel inside the day. If you speak with harshness, the heart closes. If you speak with love, the heart opens. You may still correct yourself. You may still learn. You may still grow, but you do not need to be cruel to yourself. Today, I choose to speak to myself with love. Say, today I choose one gentle thought at a time. This is important because the mind may try to run far ahead. It may try to carry the whole day at once. It may try to solve every problem before breakfast. Bring it back. One gentle thought, one breath, one blessing, one small step. You do not have to carry everything at once. Today I choose one gentle thought at a time. Now let the heart repeat. Gratitude opens me. Peace steadies me. Love guides me. Say it slowly. Gratitude opens me. Peace steadies me. Love guides me. Again, gratitude opens me. Peace steadies me. Love guides me. One more time, gratitude opens me. Peace steadies me. Love guides me. These words are not just words, they are directions. They tell the mind where to go. They tell the heart what to remember. They tell the body what kind of day you are choosing to enter. Gratitude opens you so you do not begin closed. Peace steadies you so you do not begin scattered. Love guides you so you do not begin in fear. This is a beautiful way to meet the morning. Now take one more breath and say, I begin this day with a thankful heart. Let that be the final blessing of this moment, not a perfect heart, not a heart with no questions, not a heart that never feels worry, a thankful heart, a heart willing to notice support, a heart willing to open gently, a heart willing to begin again. I begin this day with a thankful heart. Gratitude is not only for the morning. It is not something you say once and then leave behind. Gratitude is a place you can return to again and again. When the day becomes loud, you can return. When your thoughts become busy, you can return. When worry begins to speak, you can return. When you feel pulled in many directions, you can return. Gratitude becomes a gentle path back to yourself. The morning may begin softly, but the world may still become busy. A message may arrive. A task may take longer than you thought. Someone may speak in a sharp way. A plan may change. Your mind may begin to rush. This is life. A grateful morning does not mean the whole day will be smooth. It means you have a place to come back to when the day moves. You have a breath. You have a blessing. You have a simple way to remember the good. When worry comes, do not fight it with anger. Do not say, I should not feel this. Do not judge yourself for being human. Worry is only a signal that your mind is trying to protect you. But you do not have to let worry become the leader of the day. You can notice it and then gently choose gratitude. You can say, I see this worry and I also see one blessing. This simple sentence can bring you back. If you are worried about something that has not happened yet, pause and name one thing that is supporting you right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Maybe your feet are on the ground. Maybe your breath is steady enough for one more moment. Maybe there is water near you. Maybe there is a small task you can do. Maybe there is a person you can ask for help. Maybe there is wisdom inside you that has carried you through other days. Name one support. One is enough to begin. When pressure comes, return to gratitude. Pressure often tells you that everything must be done at once. It says, hurry, push, prove, finish, do not rest. But gratitude helps you slow down enough to choose clearly. You can say, thank you for the strength to take one step. You do not need strength for the whole mountain in this moment. You need strength for the step in front of you. Gratitude gives the mind a smaller, kinder focus. When comparison comes, return to gratitude. Comparison says, look at their life, look at their success, look at their beauty, look at their timing, look at what you do not have. Gratitude says, return to your own path. Your life does not need to look like someone else's life to be blessed. Your morning does not need to look like someone else's morning to be sacred. Your progress does not need to match another person's progress to be real. You can bless your own breath, your own body, your own timing, your own next step. Say to yourself, I bless my own path. Let those words become medicine when comparison tries to pull you away. I bless my own path, not because it is perfect, not because it is always easy, but because it is yours. This life is where your soul is learning. This day is where your love can grow. This moment is where your peace can begin again. You do not need to leave yourself to become someone else. Gratitude brings you home. When fear whispers lack, return to gratitude. Fear may say, there is not enough. You are not enough. Life is not enough. Time is not enough. Help is not enough. Gratitude does not shout back. It simply lights a small candle. It says, there is enough breath for this moment. There is enough awareness to choose one thought. There is enough strength for one step. There is enough love to begin again. This is not pretending. This is remembering. If your mind says, this is not enough, answer gently, it is enough to begin. Thank you for this breath. It is enough to begin. Thank you for this moment. It is enough to begin. Thank you for one small sign of support. It is enough to begin. This phrase can soften the heart when the mind demands the whole future at once. You do not need the whole future right now. You need the next gentle step. When the day feels heavy, gratitude can become very small. Do not try to make it big. Do not force yourself to list many blessings if your heart is tired. Find one. Thank you for this chair. Thank you for this drink. Thank you for this pause. Thank you for the chance to breathe. Thank you that I can begin again in this moment. One blessing can change the direction of attention. One blessing can open a little space in the mind. When you are eating, practice gratitude. Do not rush through every bite as if the body is only a machine to keep going. Notice the food. Notice the care that brought it to you. Notice the body receiving it. Say quietly, thank you for this food. Thank you for this nourishment. This turns an ordinary moment into a sacred moment. You do not need a long prayer. You only need presence. When you drink water, practice gratitude. Say, thank you for this water. Thank you for the way it supports my body. Feel how simple this is. The mind may say, this is too ordinary, but ordinary blessings are the ones that hold much of life together. Water, breath, food, rest, light, a kind word, a quiet pause. If you wait only for big blessings, you may miss the many small ones that are already caring for you. When you work, practice gratitude. Even if the task is not perfect, even if you feel busy, you can say, "Thank you for the ability to think. Thank you for the chance to learn. Thank you for the strength to do this one thing." Gratitude can bring softness into work. It can remind you that work does not have to be only pressure. It can also be a place to practice patience, focus, care, and trust. When you make a mistake, practice gratitude. This may feel difficult, but it is powerful. A mistake does not need to become a weapon against yourself. You can say, "Thank you for what this is teaching me," not because mistakes always feel good, not because you wanted the mistake, but because you are willing to learn without hating yourself. Gratitude turns the mistake from a place of shame into a place of growth. When someone is difficult, practice gratitude carefully. This does not mean you excuse hurtful behavior. It does not mean you forget your boundaries. It does not mean you pretend everything is fine. It means you keep your own heart from being swallowed by the moment. You can say, "Thank you for the chance to choose my response." You can breathe before speaking. You can remember that your peace does not need to be handed over to every mood around you. When the phone pulls you again and again, practice gratitude before you check it. Take one breath and say, "Thank you for this moment," before I enter the noise. This creates a small space. It reminds your mind that the phone is a tool, not the owner of your morning, your peace, or your worth. You can use it with more awareness. You can answer what matters without giving your whole inner world away. When you feel scattered, return to the morning blessing. Place your hand on your heart if you can, or simply bring your attention inward. Say, "I began with gratitude. I can return to gratitude." Then name one blessing. This helps the mind gather itself. It brings the pieces of your energy back home. You do not need to fix the whole day. You only need to return to the next right breath. Gratitude during the day is like a soft thread. It connects the morning to the afternoon. It connects your first breath to your next choice. It connects your inner peace to your outer actions. Without this thread, the day may pull you away from yourself. With this thread, you can keep returning, again and again, not perfectly, lovingly. You may need to return many times in one day. That is not failure. That is practice. The world may pull, and you return. The mind may worry, and you return. The heart may close, and you return. The old habit may rise, and you return. Each return is a small victory. Each return says, "I do not have to live lost in noise. I can come back to the good. I can come back to breath. I can come back to love." Let gratitude become your quiet question during the day. Ask, "What can I bless right now?" Not later, not when everything is easy, right now. Maybe you can bless the breath. Maybe you can bless the lesson. Maybe you can bless the strength to pause. Maybe you can bless the simple fact that you noticed your own stress and chose to come back. There is always something small enough to bless. Ask also, what is still supporting me? This question opens the mind. The problem may be real, but it is not the whole truth. Something is still supporting you. The chair beneath you, the floor under your feet, the air moving through your lungs, the wisdom you have gained, the love you still carry, the chance to make one small choice. When you see support, you do not feel as alone inside the moment. Gratitude does not need to be spoken out loud. It can be quiet. It can be a silent thank you in your heart. It can be a soft look at the sky. It can be one hand resting on your chest. It can be a breath before you reply. It can be a pause before you judge yourself. It can be the choice to see one good thing before naming 10 problems. Gratitude can live in very small places. And when night comes, the gratitude you practice through the day becomes a gentle memory. You may look back and see that not everything was easy, but you returned. You blessed one thing. You paused once. You softened once. You chose one kinder thought. This matters. The day does not have to be perfect to be meaningful. Your practice does not have to be perfect to be powerful. One return can change the way the heart remembers the day. So when the world gets loud, return to gratitude. When fear speaks, return to gratitude. When comparison pulls, return to gratitude. When pressure rises, return to gratitude. Not as a rule, not as a forced smile, but as a homecoming, a soft return to what is still good, a gentle return to the breath, a loving return to yourself. There is a deep change that begins when you stop letting the day pull you from the very first moment. At first, the change may feel small, a breath before the phone, a thank you before the worry, a pause before the rush. But over time, these small choices begin to create a new way of living. You start moving from reaction into gentle creation. Reaction is the old way. Reaction says the day decides how you feel. If the message is good, you feel good. If the message is hard, you feel heavy. If someone speaks kindly, you feel safe. If someone speaks sharply, you lose your peace. If the plan goes well, you breathe. If the plan changes, you become tense. In reaction, your inner world is always being moved by outer things. You wait for life to become calm before you allow yourself to feel calm. But gentle creation is different. Gentle creation says, I choose the tone I return to. It does not mean you control everything. It does not mean nothing affects you. It does not mean you never feel upset. It means you stop giving every moment full power over your spirit. You begin to choose your inner direction. You begin with gratitude. You return to peace. You speak to yourself with love. You become the keeper of your own morning. When you live only in reaction, the day can feel like a storm. Every sound, every message, every delay, every mood around you becomes something that moves you. You may feel pushed from one feeling to another. You may feel as if you are always catching up, always answering, always trying to calm down after something has already taken your peace. This can be tiring. The soul becomes tired when it is always reacting. Gratitude helps you step out of this pattern. It gives you a moment before reaction. It gives you a place to stand. When something happens, you can pause and remember, I began this day with gratitude. I do not need to lose myself here. This pause is powerful. It may be only a few seconds, but in those seconds, you are free. You are free to breathe, free to soften, free to choose words with care, free to respond instead of only react. Gentle creation begins with a question. How do I want to meet this? This question brings you act to your own power. When pressure comes, how do I want to meet this? When worry comes, how do I want to meet this? When a person is difficult, how do I want to meet this? When a plan changes, how do I want to meet this? This question does not deny what is happening. It simply reminds you that your response matters. You can meet the moment with fear, or you can meet it with breath. You can meet it with anger, or you can meet it with a pause. You can meet it with self-attack, or you can meet it with learning. You can meet it with lack, or you can meet it with gratitude. The choice may not always be easy, but it is still a choice. And every time you choose with love, you create a new path. This is how your day begins to change from the inside. Not because everything outside becomes perfect. Not because people always act the way you want. Not because plans never shift. But because you are no longer handing your whole inner life to every outer movement. You have a center. You have a breath. You have gratitude. You have a word of peace to return to. A grateful morning teaches you that you can set the tone before the world sets it for you. If you wake and begin with noise, the tone may be fear. If you wake and begin with comparison, the tone may be lack. If you wake and begin with pressure, the tone may be hurry. But if you wake and begin with gratitude, the tone becomes softer. The day may still bring many things, but your first note is love. And the first note matters. Think of the day as a song. You may not choose every sound that comes into it. There may be loud parts. There may be unexpected parts. There may be moments that feel off. But you can choose the note you return to. Gratitude can be that note. Peace can be that note. Love can be that note. When the song becomes loud, return to the note. When the rhythm feels fast, return to the note. When the mind forgets, return to the note. The old way says, I will be peaceful when the day is peaceful. The new way says, I will bring peace into the day. The old way says, I will be thankful when everything is right. The new way says, I will begin with thanks and let my heart open. The old way says, I will love myself when I have done enough. The new way says, I will speak with love as I grow. This is the transformation. You are not waiting anymore. You are not waiting for the perfect morning. You are not waiting for every task to be done. You are not waiting for every person to understand you. You are not waiting for the whole path to be clear. You are choosing now. One breath now, one blessing now, one gentle thought now, one loving step now. This is how gentle creation works. It begins where you are. When you begin with gratitude, you create from fullness instead of emptiness. Not because you have everything, but because you notice what is already here. This changes the energy behind your actions. If you act from emptiness, every task can feel like proof that you are not enough. If you act from gratitude, every task can become a place to bring your presence. You may still work hard, but you are nigh, outworking against yourself. You are moving with yourself. A day lived in reaction often feels like chasing. You chase the list. You chase approval. You chase calm. You chase the feeling that you are finally caught up. But a day lived from gentle creation feels more rooted. You still move. You still care. You still do what needs to be done. But you are not chasing your own peace. You have touched it first. You have let gratitude open the door. You have reminded yourself that your worth is not waiting at the end of the list. This is very important. Your worth is not something you earn by rushing. Your worth is not created by answering every message quickly. Your worth is not proven by never needing rest. Your worth is not lost because you have a hard morning. You are worthy before the day begins. Gratitude helps you remember this because it brings you back to being, not only doing. It says, I am here. I am breathing. I am alive. I am allowed to begin with love. As this remembering grows, your inner voice begins to change. The old voice may have said, hurry, you are behind, you must do more. The new voice says, breathe, begin with one step, you are supported. The old voice may have said, nothing is enough. The new voice says, there is good here. The old voice may have said, you failed again. The new voice says, begin again gently. This new voice becomes a guide. Gentle creation also changes the way you see time. In reaction, time feels like an enemy. There is never enough. The day feels like it is running away. The clock feels like pressure. But with gratitude, time can become a place to live, not only a thing to fight. You can bless the moment you are in. You can take the next step. You can stop trying to live the whole day at once. This makes time feel softer. You do not need to create the whole day in one moment. You create it through many small returns. You create it when you pause before speaking. You create it when you bless what is here. You create it when you choose one task instead of spinning in many thoughts. You create it when you place your hand on your heart and remember your morning intention. You create it when you refuse to begin again in self-judgment. This is how you become steady, not by never feeling, not by never falling into old habits, not by never having a difficult moment. You become steady by returning to breath, returning to gratitude, returning to the heart, returning to the simple truth that you can choose again. The power is not in never forgetting. The power is in remembering sooner. If you react during the day, do not make it a failure. If you speak too quickly, return. If you worry for an hour, return. If you compare yourself, return. If you forget gratitude, return. Every return is part of the transformation. Every return says, the old way is not my only way. Every return teaches the mind that peace is still available. Every return opens the day again. Gentle creation is not loud. It is not dramatic. It is not about forcing life to obey you. It is quiet and strong, says, I will meet this day from within. It says, I will not let the first noise become my whole mood. It says, I will bless what is here and move from that blessing. It says, I will choose my inner tone with love. And little by little, the day begins to feel different. The same morning may come, but you meet it differently. The same tasks may be there, but you carry yourself differently. The same world may speak, but you listen with more space inside. You are not as easily pulled. You are not as quickly lost. You are not as harsh with yourself. You begin to feel that your peace has roots. These roots grow through gratitude. Each morning, thank you is a root. Each pause is a root. Each kind word is a root. Each return is a root. Roots do not grow where everyone can see them, but they hold the whole tree. In the same way, your small inner practices may not be seen by others, but they hold you. They help you stand when the day becomes windy. They help you bend without breaking. They help you stay connected to your own heart. This is the blessing of beginning with gratitude. You are no longer only reacting to the day. You are helping create the feeling of the day from the inside. You are not controlling life. You are guiding your own energy. You are not demanding perfection. You are choosing presence. You are not waiting for peace to arrive later. You are making a small place for peace now. So when the morning comes, remember this. You can begin as a reaction, or you can begin as a creator of your inner tone. You can let noise lead, or you can let gratitude lead. You can let fear open the door, or you can let love open it. The choice may be small, but it is sacred. and every sacred choice changes the path beneath your feet. Let this truth stay close to your heart. Your morning does not need to begin in fear. It does not need to begin in pressure. It does not need to begin with the phone, the list, the worry, or the old story that says you are already behind. Your morning can begin with gratitude. It can begin with one breath. It can begin with one blessing. It can begin with one soft sentence that reminds your heart, I am here. I am thankful. I can begin again. The world may still be loud. There may still be things to do. There may still be people to answer. There may still be choices to make. But the world does not have to be the first voice inside your mind. Let gratitude speak first. Let peace speak first. Let the quiet wisdom of your own heart speak first. When your soul speaks first, the day feels different. You do not enter it empty. You enter it held by something warm and true. Think of gratitude as a candle you carry into the morning. It may be small, but it changes the darkness. It may not light the whole road, but it lights the step you are taking. When the mind says, there is too much, the candle says, take one step. When fear says, there is not enough, the candle says, bless what is here. When the world says, hurry, the candle says, breathe first. Carry this candle with you. Think of gratitude as a key. It opens doors that fear keeps closed. It opens the heart. It opens the breath. It opens the eyes to simple beauty. It opens the mind to support. It opens the morning in a kinder way. You do not need to force the door. You do not need to push your life open with stress. Turn the key gently. Say thank you. Say it for the breath. Say it for the body. Say it for this day. Say it for the chance to begin again. Think of gratitude as a garden seed. What you plant in the morning grows through the day. If you plant hurry, hurry grows. If you plant fear, fear grows. If you plant comparison, comparison grows. But if you plant gratitude, gratitude begins to grow roots. It may grow quietly, it may grow slowly, but it grows. And as it grows, your heart becomes softer. Your thoughts become kinder. Your day begins to feel less like something chasing you and more like something you can meet. You do not need to wait for the perfect life to be thankful. Begin with the life you have now. Begin with this breath. Begin with this body. Begin with the morning light. Begin with one small good thing you can see. Begin with one quiet support that is already here. Begin with the simple truth that you are still here, still learning, still growing, still able to choose one gentle thought. If tomorrow morning feels easy, be grateful. If tomorrow morning feels hard, be grateful for one breath. If tomorrow morning begins with noise, pause and return. If tomorrow morning begins with worry, place a little gratitude beside it. If tomorrow morning begins with tiredness, speak gently to your body. You do not need to do this perfectly. You only need to keep returning. The return is the practice. Let your morning be a sacred doorway. Before you walk through it, bless your heart, bless your body, bless your breath, bless the new chance, bless the good already here. Then step forward slowly. Step forward with love. Step forward with the quiet knowing that your peace matters. Your inner life matters. The way you begin matters. Say softly, I begin with gratitude. Let the words settle. I begin with gratitude. Let them become your first light. I begin with gratitude. Let them become your path into the day. You may not know everything that will happen, but you know how you are choosing to begin. You are choosing thanks. You are choosing breath. You are choosing peace. You are choosing to meet life from the heart. Let this be the new way, not a perfect way, not a hard rule, a loving way, a way that welcomes you back to yourself each morning, a way that says the day does not own your first breath, a way that says your soul deserves to be heard before the noise begins, a way that says gratitude can open even an ordinary morning into something sacred. And as you move through the day, remember the simple words that can bring you home. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for what is supporting me. Thank you for the chance to begin again. These words are small, but they carry peace. These words are simple, but they open the heart. These words can help the day open gently, again and again. A grateful morning is not a small thing. It may look small from the outside, but inside the heart, it is a new beginning. One breath before the phone, one thank you before the worry, one soft thought before the rush. These simple choices can change the way you enter the day. They can soften the mind. They can calm the body. They can open the heart. They can remind you that you do not have to begin from fear. You are allowed to begin gently. You are allowed to protect the first few moments of your morning. You are allowed to let your heart wake up before the world walks in. You are allowed to choose gratitude before pressure. You are allowed to meet yourself before you meet the day. This is not selfish. This is loving. This is how you give from a fuller place. This is how you move through life without leaving yourself behind. When you begin with gratitude, you are saying yes to the good that is already here. You are saying yes to the breath, yes to the body, yes to the new chance, yes to the small blessings, yes to the quiet support, yes to the light that is still able to enter. And from this, yes, the day begins to open. Not always quickly, not always perfectly, but gently. So tomorrow morning, before the noise, pause. Before the rush, Breathe. Before the worry, bless. Before you ask what is missing, notice what is here. Let gratitude be the first step. Let peace be the first voice. Let love be the first energy you carry. Your morning belongs to you before it belongs to the world. Begin with gratitude and let your day open gently.